To Zimbabwe now, where the country will receive 800,000 coronavirus vaccine doses developed by China's Sinopharm by the start of March. The government says it's preparing to launch its immunization campaign as early as next week. China is donating 200,000 of the doses, and SABC news correspondent in Zimbabwe, Ifet Musakiwa, joins me now on the line from Harare to tell us more. Ifet, a very good evening to you. Thanks for joining us. Welcome to the Globe.
Good evening, Simpio. How are you?
I'm very well, man. Good to have you on the show this evening. Now, first of all, Zimbabwe will be among the first on the continent to start its inoculation with the Chinese-made vaccine. What more do we know about it?
Well, just this evening, we received confirmation from the Ministry of Health that indeed the first batch of vaccines will be arriving in the country early Monday morning, as early as 3 a.m. on Monday. And that now they're expecting about 800,000 doses. Remember, they earlier on indicated that they had received a donation of 200,000 doses. Now the government has purchased a further 600 to make the total batch 800,000. And they say that this is earmarked for the frontline workers, and they will start vaccination as soon as this medication gets into the country.
Now, the Information Minister, Mutsvangwa, says a plane will be sent to collect the shots. Has that happened?
Yes, we understand that the plane has already left the country and is expected to. The ministry has actually confirmed that it will arrive in the country, back in the country on Monday, which is like less than 30 hours from now. We expect the plane back from China with the vaccine doses.
So is there any word yet of how many vaccine doses will be bought from the Chinese? You mentioned that the healthcare workers will be prioritized in terms of getting the vaccine first. And do we have at this point the figure of the total healthcare framework in terms of how many are those healthcare workers and those who've got comorbidities, for instance?
Well, they haven't given any figures. What they've done or what they have made public is the rollout plan. Like I did indicate that they say that the first batch, which is the 800,000, is earmarked for the frontline workers, but they didn't indicate how many frontline workers they intend to vaccinate on this first phase or the initial phase of the vaccination. In terms of figures, the government of Zimbabwe is not really open or does not really give clear indications as to how much or how many people it intends to vaccinate. It just says it gave the rough estimate that at the end of the vaccination program, they intend to have vaccinated about 60% of the population. So really, we really don't know how many people they are targeting in this initial phase. But what we do know, or what we have as confirmed figures, is that the initial phase or the first phase will consist of about 800,000 doses of Sinopharm vaccines.
Now, Information Minister Mutsvangwa was also quoted as having said that they are in negotiation with the Russian government in terms of procuring the Sputnik vaccine, and they're also expecting other doses from India and as well as the COVAX. So any additional information from the department?
Not at the moment. Remember, the Information Minister spoke just about 2 days ago. And the latest that we only have, or the clear information that they have actually confirmed, is the Chinese Sinopharm vaccine that they said they're actually bringing into the country. Remember, the Information Minister also did say that they are still negotiating, and they will still have to come and decide when that vaccine will come, when the various logistical issues have been actually taken care of. So really, it's not very clear. It's just saying that they are still in negotiations with Russia. They are still in negotiations with India, but it did not indicate as to when and how much vaccine they are going to get from those two countries. But also remember, they indicated that they've set aside $100 million, but they didn't indicate how they are going to distribute $100 million for procurement of the vaccines. Really, it's very difficult to get them to commit to figures or to commit to the actual rollout plan as to how they are going to roll out and how many they are actually going to acquire from each of the different countries.
All right, Ifet Musakiwa, thank you so much for your update. We appreciate your time.
Thank you.
All right, that was SABC News correspondent Ifet Musakiwa joining us live from Harare on the line.